If you've ever needed to make meat pies in bulk, this recipe is for you. I'll show you exactly how I made 50 perfectly flaky meat pies from scratch. Perfect for parties, events, or selling. Let's get started. To your bowl, add 1 kg of flour, that's 8 cups of flour, and add 1 teaspoon of salt if you're using salted butter or margarine, and 2 teaspoons of salt if you're using unsalted butter. Mix it all properly till everything is very well combined. Make a well in the middle and add your cold butter or margarine. You're going to need 500 grams of very cold butter or margarine for this recipe. So add that in and you're going to use your hands to mix this. You're going to make sure to mix this properly till all the butter and flour mixes properly till you can't see any bits or chunks of butter left. So go ahead and mix this properly. By the time you're done mixing, you should have something like this. It should look like breadcrumbs. So go ahead and make a well in the middle. Next, you're going to add your cold water. Here I added 1.5 cup of very cold water. Then go in with your hands and you're going to mix this carefully, gently and carefully. Don't overmix this dough. So for a very flaky pie crust, don't overmix it. Just mix this all till it comes together. As soon as it comes together, please don't mix this, otherwise your crust is going to end up chewy and not flaky. But if you want a chewy crust, feel free to keep on kneading and mixing till you're satisfied. So this is what it should look like when you're done. Go ahead and wrap this up just like this. I'll use my hands and press down like this, and then I'm going to place this in the fridge for about 30 minutes or more till I'm ready to use it. So while it's in the fridge, I'm going to start with the filling. To my pan, I'll add some vegetable oil, and then I'll add some chopped onions. You can add as much onions as you want. I like to use lots of onions for my meat pies. So saute this for a few minutes and add your chopped garlic. Stir and add some ginger powder. If you have the fresh ginger, feel free to use that, and go in with your minced beef. This is 1 kg of minced beef. I'll go ahead and keep stirring this till it changes its color. Then I'll add some curry powder, chili pepper, added some paprika, and I added some salt, some black pepper, and then I added some seasoning cube. Then I'll go ahead and mix this all properly till everything is well mixed and well combined. If there's any large chunks of beef, feel free to mash it up. Then add your chopped potatoes and your chopped carrots and go ahead and stir this all properly till well mixed. Then add your water. You're going to add enough water to cover and cook this properly. Then I'll go ahead and cover this and let it cook for about 10 minutes. This is about 11 minutes later and this is already well cooked, but we still have some water in this, and I'm going to add a thickener to thicken this up. I added some corn flour slurry, that's just 2 tablespoons of corn flour mixed with water. I'll go ahead and stir this properly. The filling has thickened compared to how runny it was initially. I added some green bell pepper. This is quite optional, but it elevates your pie filling game from 90 to 100. So at this point, I'll just stir this for about a minute and I'll take it off heat. You're going to let this filling cool down completely. Don't use your filling while it's still hot. So go ahead and let it cool down before using. At this point, our dough is out of the freezer, it's done chilling, and now it's time to work with it. So I'll flour up my work surface and I'm going to place the dough on, and I'll divide this into 2. because this dough is too big for me to work with at once. So I'll keep half aside and I'll start with half. I'm going to sprinkle some flour. Make sure to sprinkle some flour if your dough is sticking so that it gets easier for you to work with, and then you can go ahead and roll this into your preferred thickness. If you want your crust to be a bit thick, go ahead and roll it thick, and if you want your crust thin, feel free to roll it thin. This is the cutter I'm using, so I'll go ahead and just use the cutter and just cut just like this. This is the excess I got. I'll keep that aside. I'll just sprinkle some flour like this so that it doesn't stick, and then I'll just place one on the other, and then I'm going to keep this aside. So I'll just go ahead and roll the other half. So just repeat the process as I did the first time. Sprinkle flour so it doesn't stick, and I'm going to roll this really flat or thick to your preference. So this much thickness is okay, and I'll go ahead and use the cutter and cut just as I did the first time. This is some serious work, so if you've never done bulk pies before, you might need some help while doing this. So sprinkle some flour before placing one on the other so it doesn't stick. So I'll go ahead and just take them all off just like this, and this is what we have, and this is what we have from the first half that we did, and this is all the excess which I'm going to re-roll again. I'm going to knead it like this, and then I'm going to roll, and then I'm going to cut, and I'm going to keep on doing this till I exhaust everything. So this excess also I re-rolled again, and then I cut just like this. So basically keep on doing that till you have no more dough left. At this point, our filling has cooled down completely and it's time to use. So I'll just go ahead and start with this. So I'll go ahead and take this dough. It shrunk a bit, and then I'll just flatten them up a bit so that it will fit into my pie cutter. Yeah, I'm going to be using a pie cutter for this recipe, and in case you don't have a pie cutter, I have a lot of videos where I showed how to make the pies without the pie cutter, so please feel free to check those videos out. So after I'm done stretching them a bit, I'll just get my pie cutter, sprinkle some flour on it, and then place the dough on. I sprinkle flour so that the dough doesn't stick to the cutter, and then I'm going to brush it like this using water, just water. Then I'll take some of the filling, add it in. Don't add in too much, otherwise your pie will burst open, and then you're going to cover, press down, and then take out the excess, and voila, that's it. Easy. So you're going to basically keep on repeating the process till you exhaust everything. So here I'm done with about 10 pieces, and then I'll go ahead and keep on repeating the process. If you love meat pies, please type pies in the comments down below. I also like to know where you all are watching from, so please also leave that in the comments below. And if you've watched till this point and you still haven't liked or subscribed, please do that, because I'll be giving you back-to-back amazing recipes. So at this point we're done with about 2 trays. I still have about 30 pieces more to go, so I'll go ahead and brush, add my filling in, cover, press down, take out any excess if any, and then I'll go ahead and line in my baking tray lined with parchment paper. I'll just do that till I exhaust everything. So at this point I'm done. Finally, this is exactly 50 pieces of medium-sized pies. If you want large pies, you're going to have to double the recipe to get 50 pieces of the large pies. I'll just use a knife to form pattern like this to make it look more beautiful, and after I'm done with that, I'm just going to egg wash it to give it that beautiful shine. At this point, make sure your oven is already preheating. You're already preheating your oven, and then you can go ahead and bake. Go ahead and egg wash everything and bake till golden brown. Guys, our pies are done baking, and oh my god, everywhere smelled so heavenly, and they were so beautiful to look at, so flaky and so delicious. Have you ever tried bulk pie recipe before? If you haven't and it's something you're willing to try, Please try this recipe and you're going to love it because it is so good. So if you're looking for a perfect recipe for your business, or you have a small gathering you want to make pies for, this is your go-to recipe. The pies are juicy on the inside, flaky on the outside, and just so delicious. Thank you all so much for watching. See you in my next video.